Hey, greetings Central New York. It's me, Bob Jokel with Hunt Real Estate again, and it's that time for the monthly housing market update. So let me ask a question. What the heck is going on with the housing market in Central New York right now? Syracuse.com just posted on Facebook yesterday that the average sale price for a home in Onondaga County in 14 towns is in excess of $300,000. The average sale price for a single family home in Onondaga County in 14 different towns is in excess of $300,000. That's amazing. But any of you who've been watching my videos on a monthly basis already knew that. So let's go over the numbers and talk about what is driving the prices of homes in Central New York. Because the appreciation for home prices has just been astronomical over the past 2 years. And it just continues. So let's look at the numbers, and then we'll talk about what these numbers mean to us, especially if we're trying to buy a home or if we're thinking about selling a home. So new listings for the month of July versus last July were up 9.1%, 517 new listings versus 474 new listings. And year to date, new listings are up 4%, 2,837 new listings versus 2,727 new listings. That's really not a lot when you look at the raw numbers. Okay, percent-wise, it's a little bit of growth, but when you look at the raw numbers, it's really not that big a deal. However, very important to note that 49.7, so 50% of new listings were priced between $150,000 and $300,000. Okay, so half of all the new listings were priced between $150,000 and $300,000. Now this is again just for Onondaga County single-family homes. Pending sales, those are homes that are under contract and waiting to close, were down for the month of July versus last July. Down 20.6%, 301 versus 379. And year to date, pending sales were down 3.8%, 2,217 pending sales versus 2,304 pending sales. So again, the raw numbers, not too much year to date, starting to maybe get a little significant month to date. And a little side note, 52% of new purchase contracts were between $150,000 and $300,000. So that is where the sweet spot is. That's where most of the business is being done. Okay, or half of the business rather is being done just for homes priced between $150,000 and $300,000. Okay. Closed sales, homes that actually closed and changed hands, were down for the month 7.8% versus last July, 364 versus 395. Again, percent-wise, it looks maybe a little significant, but raw number-wise, really not that much of a big difference. Year-to-date, closed sales down 1.2%, 1,955 versus 1,979. Again, raw number-wise, really not much of a difference, but fairly flat. Now, days on the market until sale. Month to date, down 13.3%, but it's 13 days versus 15 days, so pretty flat. Year to date, absolutely flat. 21 days on the market versus 21 days on the market. So homes are still selling very quickly. It also depends on price range. The homes for the price range of $150,000 to $300,000, which we talked about earlier, the average days on the market in that price range is 13 days. And when you get to the more expensive homes, you're looking at $400,000 and up. Those are on the market on average 38 days. So they're staying, the higher priced homes are staying on the market a little longer, but 38 days is still, you know, pretty quick. Now we get into the pricing. The median sale price, which is the best indicator of home prices, because that's where most of the sales are made and that's where most of the buyers are. The median sale price for the month was up 7%. 290,000 versus 271,360. Okay, so you're talking almost $19,000 increase in the median sale price for this July versus last July. And year to date, up 10.4%, 265,000 versus 240,000. So year to date, the median sale price is up $15,000. I'm sorry, $25,000. $25,000 for the same house last year at this point to this year. That's a lot of money. So what can buyers take from this? Prices continue to go up. If you want to buy a house, you got to dig deep. You got to bite the bullet as best you can and buy it now, because next year it's only going to be another 10% higher. And the interest rates probably aren't going anywhere. Nobody really knows because we don't know what direction the economy is going to start going in the next few months. And I'm not a politician, I'm not being political in the least. All I'm saying is I don't know, and most people don't know, where interest rates are going to go in the near future. Most people, most experts think they're not going too far. They're going to stay pretty much where they are, somewhere between 6.5% and 7%. Now the average sale price, which is what Syracuse.com was quoting, the average sale price for Onondaga County for the month of July was up 12.6% over last July. The average sale price for this July was $366,384 versus $325,431 last year. So we're talking almost $42,000 for the average price. Year to date, it's up 11.9%, $321,928 versus $278,756. So there you're looking at, you know, around $43,000 an increase in the average sale price year to date this year versus last year. Those are pretty incredible numbers. Now, part of what's driving the average sale price is new construction, because newly constructed homes, the price for those have gone up exponentially over the last couple of years. Why? Well, supply and demand, which is why prices go up anyway. There's not enough resale homes out there for the number of buyers that are out there. So those that can afford to build a home elect to contract to build a home. A lot of new construction homes closed or are closing. They closed in June or July, or they'll close this month, and maybe some in September. That's because when people go to contract to build a home, a lot of times they're going in the early spring, they're meeting with the builder, they're signing the contract. The builder doesn't start building until he's got a signed contract and he's got his deposit. And it takes 5 to 6 months to build a home today. And in the meantime, the price of materials are continuing to rise, and of course the price of labor continues to rise. Again, I'm not being political, but with the tariffs that are going to start coming into play, the cost of lumber in this area, because we get a lot of it from Canada, is going to increase even more. So that's what's driving new construction, and the price of the new construction homes that are closing now are affecting the average sale price. The percent of list price received. Now that is the ratio between the asking price and what price the house actually sells for. So the percent of list price received for the month of July versus last July was down 1.1%. 106.5% versus 107.7%. Homes still sold for significantly above full asking price. Year to date, it's down 1%, 104.4% versus 105.5%. But still, what does that tell us? We're still getting multiple offers. That's the only reason a home would sell above full asking price. There's multiple offers, multiple buyers that are bidding on homes, and that's driving up the price of the homes. Okay? So, again, supply and demand. Not enough resale homes to satisfy buyer demand. The inventory of home for sales, okay, which is basically all of the active listings that are out there, not just new listings, was up 44.7%, 654 listings versus 452 listings. So what is that telling us? Well, the reason that the inventory of homes is going up, even though the new listings are going up slightly, is that homes are staying on the market a little longer. Some deals are falling through for whatever reason, and they're coming back into inventory, and they don't go back as new listings, they just go to inventory, okay? And we're seeing a lot of price reductions, which means that sellers are pricing their homes too high, and they're having to reduce the price in order to get the house sold. That may be because they're basing their list price on the sale price of comparable homes that have sold in the past. But if you look at those homes, they sold considerably above their list price. And when you list it at the inflated sale price, remember, getting about 5%, 6% above full asking price, you're reducing the number of people that are going to maybe put an offer on your house. So pricing your house correctly is critical, because at that point you'll probably get multiple offers and you'll probably get the biggest return, the most money for your home. The month supply of inventory, which is, that statistic is defined by how long would it take to sell all of the active listings we have in the market right now under current market conditions. And the month supply of inventory is up 50%. 2.1 months worth of inventory versus 1.4 months worth of inventory. And that's not surprising, because the inventory of homes we just said was for sale was up. However, 2.1 months worth of inventory is still a strong seller's market. If you go back and look at my past videos, every single one of them I tell you, a balanced market is 4 to 6 months worth of inventory. A buyer's market is more than 6 months worth of inventory, and a seller's market is less than 4 months worth of inventory. We're only at 2.1 months worth of inventory, so it's still a strong seller's market. Now, a very important statistic is the housing affordability index. When people reacted to the Syracuse.com post on Facebook about the average sale price of homes being in excess of $300,000, there was a lot of angst, okay, a lot of frustrated people, because a lot of homes are out of their price range, or they're competing with investors for the homes, and they just can't. They're just not financially able to compete with them. The Housing Affordability Index is a very important number. What the Housing Affordability Index tells us is how affordable is the median priced homes in the area for people that are making the median income in the area, okay? And the Housing Affordability Index for the month was down again, 8.8%. Year to date, down 9.4%. And that makes it 3 years in a row that the Housing Affordability Index has gone down in Onondaga County. In 2023, it went down 16.4%. In 2024, it went down 9.5%. And this year, it's down 9.4%. So what this means is that homes are increasingly, median-priced homes are increasingly less affordable for people that are making the median income. And that's really tough for buyers that are out there, because at least half of the buyers that are out there are first-time home buyers, and they're really struggling. And it's really important for first-time home buyers, if you're really going to hang in there and do what you can to buy a home, that you hook up with an experienced agent to represent you as their buyer's agent in order to get that house. It's difficult, but it's not impossible, and you just need to hook up with the right professional. And I'd be happy to represent you if you're thinking about buying a home. One other statistic that I want to throw out there is the list price per square foot ratio. Okay, how much per square foot are homes costing? Now, this is somewhat affected by new construction, because new construction price per square foot right now is at least $250 a square foot, if not, much more. For July of this year, $186 a square foot is what homes are selling for. For 2024, $172 per square foot. For 2023, $157 per square foot. And at the beginning of this year, January, $169 per square foot. So as you can see, the prices just keep going up and up and up. And they're going to continue that way, because we're not going to see any kind of increase in housing inventory in this area in the near future. Things may change over the next couple of years. Once Micron comes into play, we may see some national builders come into the area and start putting up spec homes like they do in other parts of the country, but they'll be very expensive. But right now, the market, as far as supply and demand is concerned, probably isn't going to change a whole heck of a lot. So again, what I would tell any buyers out there, try not to get discouraged, hang in there, hook up with a good, experienced real estate agent to represent you, be patient, and be vigilant. And for those of you who are thinking about selling your house, once again, hook up with an experienced real estate agent. I'd be happy to represent you, because pricing your home is critical to get the most money for your house, even in this seller's market that we're in. So I hope that this information is useful to you. Hang in there. Things are never as bad as they seem. If you really want to sell your house, if you really want to buy a house, we can get it done for you. So if you have any questions about any information that I've supplied today, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. If you're thinking about buying or selling, please reach out to me. Let's get together. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we can do to accomplish your goals. Other than that, enjoy the rest of the summer. There's not much left. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope to hear from you.